You may be wondering why we're talking about computers today. This may seem out of the ordinary, but hear me out. If you are a business owner, you likely know the pain of an update running at an inconvenient time, or a virus or malware causing problems with your computers, or a hard drive crashing and you losing important data. In today's video, we talk with Stan from Insight Digital about a tool used to mitigate those inconveniences so that your business can run smoothly with as little downtime as possible, because we all know time is money and we want our business time to be as productive as possible. Even though this video was made with businesses in mind, it also applies to individuals because no one wants to be without their computer for longer than they need to be. Hello everyone, my name is Lauren DeVries.
And I'm Stan Kirby.
We're here with Insight Digital to talk about what you can do to keep your computers healthy and running. So Stan, what is Insight's strategy for keeping your clients' computers up and going?
At Insight, we try to use a proactive approach. We use a software called RMM, which is Remote Monitoring and Management. The software reports back to us on a number of different things, including the health of the computer and things that we should be paying attention to.
Okay. So why is RMM, remote management, important?
Remote management takes care of a number of different things, including patching. Every second Tuesday of the month is what they call Patch Tuesday. Patch Tuesday is when
day for it.
Right, exactly. And Microsoft on that Tuesday puts out all of the patches for their products, whether it be Windows or Microsoft Office, that kind of thing. Okay. We go through those patches and we make sure that they don't cause any problems with any of the test computers that we have. And once we verify that we've had them on our test computers or test networks for 2 or 3 weeks, then once we're verified that we're good to go, we install those patches for our customers. Our software that we use, the RMM tool, allows us to mass deploy that to many computers. And then if there's any computers that for some reason fail to install, it alerts us and then we can take a closer look.
Okay, so paint the picture for us of why it's bad to not keep up with your computer maintenance. Like for instance, I'm the queen of pushing remind me later or update later. Why is that not a good thing?
Well, with Microsoft patching, the main reason that they patch your computer the main thing they are is security updates. Mm-hmm. So that keeps the bad actors from coming in and causing issues with your computer. A lot of people will say, well, don't I have antivirus for that? Well, yes, you do, but the combination of the antivirus and the Windows patching together makes it a much stronger combination.
Okay, so picture that it's the lunch hour and your point of sale computer, right, is ready to go. You have a line of customers, but then, oh shoot, there's an update to run and you can't check out all these customers in front of you. That's when it becomes a problem, right?
It becomes a problem. Yeah. So ideally, our strategy with that, and another scenario might be, you've got to go to a meeting, and all of a sudden you shut down your laptop, and all of a sudden it's forcing you to do an update,
right,
and you can't leave now for an hour, mm-hmm, or if you do, you have to shut the computer off, and then you've got problems.
Right.
So our strategy would be it checks for where your computers are at in the line of patches, and it reports back to us what patches are needed, what patches have failed, that kind of thing, so we can take that proactive approach. And what we do is we ask you leave your computer on at night, mm-hmm, so that we can work on it in maybe the evening and after hours, mm-hmm, and then we also schedule those updates not to run until after hours.
Okay.
And then we also ask our customers, Windows, a lot of people don't know that Windows is not designed to run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Once in a while, it's a good thing to update.
I'm also the queen of that. Leaving my computer on and everything running all the time.
Right. So we'll also ask our customers, we will schedule the computer so it will physically reboot at least once a week. And we'll do this for regular computers or servers, that kind of thing. It allows the computer to not only refresh, but that's also, most of the time when it installs patches, it needs to that reboot. So a lot of times we'll be waiting to the weekend when we know no one's, or well, in certain businesses that, okay, they're Monday through Friday or they're Monday through Saturday. So Sunday at 2 in the morning, we're going to run your updates. And then maybe 3 in the morning, we're going to schedule a reboot so that we know that it goes through.
Okay.
And then Monday morning when we get in, we get reports back with who's updated, who's maybe failed updates, that kind of thing. And we're managing hundreds of computers. So we manage by exception, so that most of the computers went through, that's fine. And then we have these exceptions that had an issue for one reason or another. Maybe they have they couldn't be rebooted, or you know, whatever the reason may be. Then we can focus in on those and take care of those stragglers.
Okay.
So
So why else is it important, besides patches and malware, that sort of thing? Why else is remote management important?
Well, another thing that remote management does is it monitors the health of your computers. It'll watch your hard drives, your processor, and it'll pay attention to, say for example, your hard drive can be running more than normal. That's just running a long time. It will alert us on that, because sometimes that can indicate that there's a problem with the hard drive, and we can take a closer look. Or maybe, for example, if your hard drive is getting full, a lot of people don't even realize that their hard drive is getting more full, and pretty soon it's all the way, 95%. And when that happens, it becomes very unreliable. So it monitors many different things, including the hard drive and the memory and things like that, so that and alerts us so that we can take a closer look and alerts you on the problems that are possible problems coming in the next coming days, right?
Yeah.
So
And we've all, either it's happened to us or we've had it happen to friends, right? Where all of a sudden their hard drive fails and they're left scrambling trying to recover important things.
Yes.
So you're saying that remote management keeps that from happening?
Yes, it does keep that from happening. It also monitors other things that are related to that. For example, your backups. If your backups have a problem and don't run one night, we get a notification so that we can take that closer look and that proactive approach, rather than get 2 months down the road and, oh, well, my backups were running, I think, but then you go to restore one because your hard drive failed and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so it also monitors not just the health, but also many other things that we can, if you have other services, it monitors those as well for issues.
Okay.
So.
And that's so important for businesses.
They
have to keep their computers up running, otherwise you're losing money. Yeah. So talk about how this is helpful in the COVID-19 environment.
Well, I mean, it goes back in the day. I'd say back in the day, you used to have to go to a customer's place of business and sit at every single computer. You had to sit at their server and run updates at their server, and then go sit at this next computer and run updates there. And now this tool also allows us to not only does it report to us the problems, but we can remote in the evenings and off business hours to take care of the problems, so that during business hours you can get what you need done. Which is, you get your job done, we get our job done, so you can do your job.
So no matter where people are, if they're working remotely, they're in their own homes, that their computers are
up to date.
Not downloading junk and up to date patch-wise.
Sure.
And that was something that you mentioned in our conversation separately too, was the DNS filtering. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. And the RMM doesn't exactly have DNS filtering. We just happen to have it in our package with our RMM. But DNS filtering, when you type in, say, www.yahoo.com, it goes out to a server, which then responds with an IP address, and then your computer goes to that IP address. Now, what the filtering can do is, same process, you type in www.yahoo.com, it goes out to that server, comes back, and the web filtering will say, okay, is that a safe website? And if it maintains a list of websites that are maybe bad or maybe giving out malware or viruses, that kind of thing, and it won't allow your computer to go there.
Yeah.
But also, it can be used as a business tool as well. For example, we can block productivity problems, maybe Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and you can choose the categories that you want to block and say that I don't want to allow these things through. And we put a little agent on their computer, and no matter if they're home or anywhere else, it protects them from viruses, malware, and you can, like I said, also it can be a productivity thing.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, that's really helpful.
Yeah.
So who is this helpful for? What kind of businesses is this helpful for?
I'd really say all business. Like I said, it's changing from a reactive approach to waiting until something goes wrong to having somebody watch your systems so that hopefully we can catch that before you have a problem. And so less downtime for you, more time to get work done. Yeah.
And specifically for businesses who aren't ready for their own IT department.
Oh, certainly. Right? Yes. It gives them an IT department that they don't have to hire a person part-time or full-time. They have someone working on their behalf on their business and watching everything that's going on so that, again, they can do what they need to do because we do what we need to do.
Sure.
So.
Awesome. Well, if you have any further questions about remote management and how it can be of help to your business, please feel free to contact Stan at Insight, and we hope this was really helpful to you today.
Thank you.